Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video we're taking a look at the new event that just dropped on OPTC Global, Escape from Enies Lobby. Now, this particular piece of content seems very tricky on paper, but it's really not that hard. The whole idea of this concept is to use the straw hats, those like limited rare recruit ones that are available out on the selected Sugo Fest at the moment. They came out, I can't remember when they actually came out, but it's the whole idea is they're like, oh, it was actually just before Shanks' crew. Yeah, when they were doing the whole like timeline of One Piece. They're sort of built to beat this particular content, but as you'll see in the 4 teams that I have built for you guys, there are ways around it. Now, I don't use any of those units. I have all those units besides the Usopp, I'm pretty sure. If you haven't seen my summoning video, go check that one out. I will leave a little card up the top there. See what I pulled there. It was a good time, to be honest. Like, it was pretty cool. But in this video today, I do have 4 teams for you guys. The first team has all the straw hats on the team, so you can get both of those ChopperMan missions done. And the last team also has all of the units on the team as well, so you can get both those missions done as well. The second team is utilizing the Sanji and the Zoro sort of comp. And then the third team has the Nami and the Usopp comp. So with this particular piece of content, there is a 6-star that you have to beat first. Kind of gives you a rundown of what's going to be happening in the event. And then for the 9-star, it kind of gives you a harder variation that you have to beat within 12 turns. So we will be taking on the 9-star in this particular video. As you can see, you do need to use the setup Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, and Robin. Or Luffy, Nami, Usopp, Chopper, and Robin. But as I mentioned, I do have 2 teams for you that have all of the straw hats in one, as you can use dual units. It does state here that what is it, where is it, double characters and characters such as the Straw Hat Pirates used embarking on the dreams will not trigger the ChopperMan missions. This refers to the double characters that, like the characters that just came out on the Wano event, not dual units. So characters that can actually switch will trigger the ChopperMan missions, which is excellent. It's really, really cool. Yeah, that's pretty much all we have to talk about there. Those new Escape from Enies Lobby characters will be boosted. They are 1.3 times, and they get their special charge reduced by 10 turns. But, oh, sorry, all of the Straw Hats will get that, sorry. Not just the new ones. So all Straw Hats will get 10 turns of cooldown, so as long as you're bringing them, which you ideally want to do, you will get the cooldowns. But before we jump into the teams, I am going to treat you guys to a little something. As I have already beaten this particular piece of content, I actually have my tickets already. So before we got our 1200 day login bonus. How's that? 5 gems for 1200 days, boys. That's what you get. That's mad. Okay, so what you actually get, you get a 4-star special recruit for completing the 3-star event. I haven't actually done, now I think about it, I haven't done the 3-star event with the Nami and the Usopp comp, so I still need to do that for my other rare recruit, but there's no rare recruits I'm missing, so for me that's just rally points. But for this particular one, we are still missing Hawkins, so if we can walk away with Hawkins right here, that will be a massive W. Spoilers for my pulls as well, by the way. Alright, Cat Viper I actually use quite a lot in this particular content. His support to remove attack down is really, really good on Chopper, so I mean, for me, that's an L, but for anyone else that would pull that, that's a huge W if you don't have him rainbowed or if you don't actually have him. Even if you don't run him, his support is very, very good. The final red is going to be Hawkins. Oh, I don't think I've rainbowed my V1 video, I won't lie. So it is what it is. But there you go. There are my reds. Let's check out the runs. Let's check out the teams. Alright guys, so the first team I have for you guys in this video is a team that actually has all of the straw hats required for the ChopperMan missions. Now, it does state in the news that you can't bring double characters to trigger the ChopperMan missions, but I felt like, screw it, let's just give it a go, and if it doesn't, it does, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. So, on stage 1, we come up against Caulifla, and we come up against, I always forget his name, so I'm going to call him Bane. On stage 1, Caulifla puts up defense up, but because we are using the straw hats, we can actually get rid of the defense up, as Usohachi special is going to be ready. So we can use Usohachi on this particular stage, but I do want to save him for a little bit later. So what I'm actually going to do here is I am going to use the Sobama special. That way I can get a full board of Wano orbs with our Luffy Zoro. And then I'm going to switch with Luffy Zoro, because why not? And then I'm actually going to use their special. Now, on my Luffy Zoro, I do have the Koshiro support. So he's actually going to remove the defense up for us. I do understand that that is fairly pay to play, but to get this done with all of the Straw Hats on the same team, unfortunately, that's what it's going to require. So that way we can blitz our way through the first stage and move on to the second stage. On the second stage, we come up against more CP9 units, and they special bind us for 3 turns, and then they give us that sailor bind mechanic. They're also going to paralyze us for 5 turns. So utilizing Shanks crew here is going to help us out significantly. So what we can do on this particular stage here is we can switch with our Shanks crew. That way we can get an attack buff, and then we can use our Nami Robin special, and that way we can remove the paralysis and get an orb buff to our Int and our Dex units, which unfortunately for this particular team is really only going to be Nami Robin. But if you were smarter, unlike me, you would have kept a Wano orb on your Zoro, and that way you could have got the orb boost that way. And if you're not a spoon, you would have hit your perfect as well. But you know me, I'm the spooniest of spoons. Bluno is then going to give us a bunch of unfavorable slots on the next turn, but with the switchability of Shanks crew, we can sort of just make those matching. And with our sailor abilities, we do have a lot of like matching orbs as well. So the idea here is we do want to try and take, oh my god, Stump, hit your perfects, you grub. We do want to try and take out as many of them as we can, but as you saw, I'm an actual spoon and I missed my perfects. Don't be like Stumped, actually hit your perfects. Alright, then what we can do now is just continually switch with our Shanks crew and our Luffy Zoro. That way we can make sure we get Wano orbs, and then we can actually just take out Bluno with normal attacks. Unfortunately, because Luffy Zoro is a dual unit, when you're not in their dual form, their attack buff is quite low. On the next turn, we come up against a bunch of Marines. Now, this is where RNG sort of comes into play, but with Usohachi, we do have Barrier Pen, which helps us out. So if you do get a bunch of orbs, you do want to sort of use them, obviously, to kill. So make sure you are attacking in the correct order, so you are destroying those barriers, and that way you can just sort of kill the Marines in one shot. They don't have a lot of HP. They think they have only 4 HP, so as soon as you break the barriers, they will die. On the next stage, we come up against Kaku, and we come up against Jabra. They're actually going to give us an attack down for 5 turns. That's where the support of Neko Mamushi comes into play here, as we can have that on our limited rare recruit Chopper, and then we can use our Chopper special to actually remove that. But what we want to do first here is we want to actually use our Sobama special. That way we can get a full board of Wano orbs again. We're going to switch into Shanks crews, or the Shanks variation, so we get a higher attack buff. Then we can use our Chopper special. That's going to remove the attack down. And then we can, actually we're going to stay as Zoro because we do want, well actually no, we're going to switch into Luffy because then we have an extra red unit. Remember, Usohachi has Barrier Pen, so you can utilize that on the final shot. Alright, we're going to go good, 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 and hopefully we can kill here. No, we cannot kill here. Wow, Kaku has a lot of HP. A lot of HP. Alright, so once again, we're going to switch with Shanks crew. That way we can get a attack buff again. And we're going to have to go through that same thing. So let's go. Going to hit a good, good, good. Kill you. Kill you. And then we can just put the final shot in. Every time we attack against our favorable type, we are going to get cooldown. We are going to get a Wano orb. And when you kill Kaku, he actually gives you cooldown as well. When Kaku... well, on the third turn with Jabra, we get paralyzed for 1 turn, but with Nami Robin, we can actually remove that. So that's super, super handy. On the next turn, the barrier is going to be gone, so we can switch into our Dex units. And with that, we should just be able to take out Jabra here. Easy peasy. If you need to take 2 turns on Jabra, that's absolutely fine, as it's not really a big concern. Once we move into the final stage, we come up against Rob Lucci and Bane. I cannot remember that guy's name for the life of me. We actually get binded, and I totally forgot about that bind once again. Mad. So now I am stuck with this fucking bind. But we do have 4 turns to sort of stall it out. So hopefully we can just stall this bad boy out. Fortunately, on the next turn, we are going to get gloomed for 2 turns. So I'm really hopeful that we can actually just stall this out here. We also get our ship binder for 5 turns, which is a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. I'm going to keep going with this purely because I'm going to switch with Shanks' crew now, so we have some more damage reduction, as the gloom's going to go away before they attack. Now, hopefully they don't do anything here. Lucci. Oh, Lucci they give themselves an attacker, which is awesome. Now that the defense up is gone as well, so now that actually we didn't even need the Kyoshiro support, we could just use Usohachi on that first turn. What we want to do here is switch. Well, first of all, we're going to use our ChopperMan special. That way we can get a full board of Wano orbs. Then we can switch into Luffy. That way we have type advantage. We can use the switch ability of Shanks' crew, just so we have type advantage on the Bane. Use their special first because they have a 3.5 times chain lock. Then we can use our Luffy Zoro special. That is going to do a buttload of damage. Then we can finish it off with our Usohachi special. That way we get the cooldown for Sober Mask. We can use Sober Mask once again, and we can get a higher attack buff. What I'm also going to do is I'm actually going to use Nami Robin special here because it's the final turn. That way we can get an extra, what's it called? Extra HP cut. And with that, we should have enough damage to win here. Oh, we have so much damage. Alright, when Bane dies though, he does have a death mechanic, and that is 100% going to kill me. Oh, it didn't! Okay, so there we go. We managed to get it done with a full team of every Straw Hat on the ChopperMan missions. Now the question is, will it actually trigger? Will it actually trigger? Alright, let's find out. Oh, we got 2 gems. And it triggers.
That's so much easier.
There you go. So this team actually clears the 50 stamina with every Straw Hat on the team. So I do apologize for swearing in there, guys, but I wasn't 100% sure if it was going to work. So there you go. We managed to get it done with every single Straw Hat on the team. Excellent. Now, unfortunately, that team does rely around some heavy supports and stuff like that. But nevertheless, if you do have the units, you can get it done that way. So I do have 2 other teams for you guys, one of each, which can take it down singly though. So let's have a look at those teams. So on to the next team now. We have a V2 SnakeMan led team with a Kaido friend. So I don't actually know how this team is going to go, but I noticed on that first run that we don't actually have normal attacks only. So I thought, hey, why not just bring a friend Kaido and see how we go? You could obviously replace V2 SnakeMan with V1 SnakeMan. I feel like he would work fine. And he's also a powerhouse unit, so he's actually going to be getting boosted from Kaido. But unfortunately, the only 2 units on this particular team that are getting boosted from Kaido is Sober Mask and the Zoro Jiro. But the basic sort of consensus that we want to sort of get around here is just utilizing Kaido's end of turn damage. So on the first turn, we're just going to use Sober Mask special here, because we may as well use specials as well. And then we can use the Zoro Jiro special, and that's actually going to set the defense to 0, which means that Kaido's end of turn damage is actually going to do some actual work. So we are going to do our attacks as well though, because we have the attack boost from Sober Mask, and we can just sort of kill that first stage as well. So getting around those sort of debuffs isn't the end of the world there, but you still have Kaido's end of turn damage as well. On the next stage, we get our specials blinded and our crewmate abilities blinded as well. We also get 5 turns of paralysis, which makes this very, very tricky. We do have the support of Rayleigh on our Luffy here, so we can remove that. We can remove 2 turns of the paralysis, so that way we just have 3 turns of both. Ideally, you probably want to chuck on the support of Neko if you have it on the Chopper. But actually, no, I'm thinking about it, he doesn't actually remove paralysis or anything like that. As you can see though, Kaido's end of turn damage is doing a lot of work for us, so that's always nice. Just letting Kaido just sort of do all of the heavy lifting. That way we can stall out the 3 turns as well, and just let Kaido's... Oh, we didn't kill him. Okay. Well, we might be cutting it close here. Let's just attack. The enemies don't have that much HP, I've noticed as well. They're still annoying, but like they're not incredibly hard. Onto this stage here. This is where the stage that's probably going to cause us some issues, as we do have to get quite lucky with our orb roll. As they do have a slot barrier for every single color, and unfortunately for us, we don't have anyone with barrier pen. So if we don't get lucky with the orb roll, we're probably going to have a dead run here. Come on, give us a strength and give us a... Or actually, we can guarantee ourselves a strength and quick orb if we don't get one, but we did manage to get one, which is great. That way, we can move on to the next stage. Unfortunately, we've only got 5 turns, but we are going to get Kaido's special soon, which is going to help us out significantly. On the Jabra and Kaku stage, we are going to get 5 turns of attack down. So what we want to do here is actually use our Chopper special, and that way we can just completely remove that. And then we just want to break the barrier, especially of Jabra. If we can break the barrier of Jabra, that's going to do a lot of end of turn damage. Oh, we stuffed that up. Okay. Well, we're going to take out Jabra here, as the end of turn damage does heaps. Now that we've got Kaido ready, we could probably drop Kaido here, but I'm not 100% sure what happens on the final stage if they wipe our buffs. You know what? Screw it. We're going to do it. We've only got 4 turns, so we do really want to take these guys out now. So let's go. Good. 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 Nah, missed the good. Oh, missed the good again. Man, I hate good barriers. They suck. We are getting close to the end of turn, though, which kind of sucks. We are going to get paralyzed for 1 turn, but we do have a crewmate ability to remove that. I'm pretty sure Zoro has that off the top of my head. Okay, now we actually do want to do some damage, though, because the barrier is gone. And I'm not 100% sure if Kaido's end of turn damage is going to be able to carry us through all of Kaku's HP. Hopefully it does now. With the yeah, it does heaps of damage. Beautiful. Beautiful. We are going to get our specials charged after we kill Kaku as well. So that way we can have plenty of specials for the final stage. On the final stage, we come up against Rob Lucci and Bang. Again, can't remember his name. It's really doing my head in that I can't remember this guy's name. I could look it up, but I mean, it's more fun for you guys if I don't, right? So what we're going to do here is we are going to use our ChopperMan special. ChopperMan is going to give us a full board of T&D orbs. Then we can use our Orobi special. She's actually going to give us damage immunity from strength and psi, but she's also going to remove the bind. That's the big reason we have her here. Then we can use our Zoro Jiro special to set the defense to 0. Then we can use our Luffy special to give us a 2.5 times orb boost. That's going to bring back our ChopperMan special to give us a full board of T&D orb. So because we didn't use the Luffy special throughout the run, you guys could probably use that somewhere else. Definitely could work in your favor that way. And with that, we should have plenty of damage to do on these guys here. But beautiful. Easy claps. Because we have full HP as well, we aren't going to die. And that way we can take out all of the units. So Kaido works incredibly well as a friend captain for this particular piece of content, as there are no normal attacks only. Even if you're not running powerhouse and striker units, he can do it fairly well. Alright guys, so the next team is it's still a V2 SnakeMan team with a friend Kaido, but we're utilizing the Usopp and Nami variation. So I did change up the team just to try and use some different units for you guys. We are using the Story Robin, the 5+ one. We have Usopp Hachi, the Christmas Nami, and we have the Chopper that came out with the original Tank Man. We are running some funny subs on, like, supports on this particular team. We have Bardo on our Robin, and we have Neko on our Chopper unit. But once again, with this particular piece of content, we are sort of just utilizing the end of turn damage of Kaido. So this particular piece of content is going to help you guys with the Sugo ticket to bring the Usopp and... Oh, I forgot to put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Let's quickly do that. To use the Usopp and the Nami. So on the first turn, they have the defense up. This is where we're going to use our Usopp special. And that way we can basically remove the defense up. And then with Luffy special, we can just do a butt ton of damage and give ourselves an orb boost, and with that we can sort of just clap our way through. Now unfortunately, there's really not a lot of units that are boosted on this particular team. I was going to bring V1 SnakeMan because he gets boosted, but I felt like bringing V2 SnakeMan with his amazing super typing is going to be more beneficial. So on this particular stage, we do have the rare recruit Sanji as well on our Luffy to remove the paralysis, and then with Bardo we can remove all of that. Unfortunately though, we still have block orbs, so we are going to have to stall out those block orbs and basically just let Kaido's end of turn damage basically kill these units. Like I said, unfortunately, besides Nami, I don't think anyone else is boosted by Kaido on this particular team, but at least everyone is boosted by Luffy. I would focus your attacks on the red unit. Because Kaido is doing less damage to red characters, obviously being a Dex unit, you do want to try and take his HP down a little bit. That way Kaido's end of turn damage is going to take him out with the rest of them on the 3rd turn. We do want to stall out that special blind after 3 turns anyway, so like taking your time here really isn't the end of the world. If you do find any meat orbs along the way, make sure you pick them up, and then just rely on Kaido to just do all the heavy lifting. Boom. See you later. If you have your own Kaido and you don't have V2 SnakeMan, obviously you can bring a friend V2 SnakeMan as well. On this stage, we do need to get lucky with our orb rolls, so make sure you are utilizing the correct orbs when you attack. Take your time, as each unit only has like 5 HP, and then sort of just make sure that you can get each orb to take away the barrier as well. Oh, look at all those quick orbs. Thanks so much. So we're going to do this, and then hopefully we can remove it that way. Now remember, Usopp, if you have rainbowed him, will have barrier pen as well, so you can get lucky there that way. On the next stage, we come up against Jabra and Kaku. On the Jabra Kaku stage, we get 5 turns of attack down. That's where the Neko support comes into play, and then we can utilize the Christmas Nami to remove the other 3 turns. Christmas Nami is almost going to give us some matching orbs as well, but at the end of the day, it's really not essential, as we just want to sort of break the barrier on Jabra, so the end of turn damage of what's his name, Kaido, can do all the heavy lifting for us. Once again, remember, you do have barrier pen on Usopp, but he isn't getting that much of a buff, so you do have to be... Oh, okay, Jabra, we want to hit it good. Sweet. As I mentioned, if you can do this sort of switch thing, you just want to focus on taking out Jabra's barrier. That is the big thing, as he is a Dex unit, and he's a quick unit, which means that Dex attacks are going to do more damage, which means Kaido can just clap. We actually just killed with Kaido there, so it is what it is. On the turn that you actually get the Kaido special, oh, we don't have anyone on this particular team that can remove the paralysis by 1 turn. That's kind of annoying, but we can just use the Kaido special here to get the HP cut, as the barrier is gone now, and then we can hopefully just like get some hits in. Beautiful. So that way we can attack with our Robin after that, as Robin can do a little bit of damage, but as you'll see here, Kaido will just literally kill us now that he's in his dragon form. Once you do kill Kaku, he actually gives you a special charge, which helps us out significantly, because now we have our Luffy special back. On the final stage, we come up against Kaku and Bane. They are going to bind us for 5 turns, but with sockets it goes down to 2, and they put up 4 turns of defense up. They also give us like a full board of block orbs as well, which is fairly annoying, but it's really not the end of the world. What we want to try and do here is we actually want to stall out a turn, just so we can remove some of those nasty block orbs. But depends on how much what your counter cooldown is at, as you are going to get despaired on the next turn. Kaido's end of turn damage is still going to work as well through that bind, so don't be afraid to just single tap with whatever block orbs you have, because when you get gloomed, you can use the Robin special here to remove that anyway. Then we can use our Usopp special. He's going to remove the defense up. Then we can use our Chopper special. He's going to lower the enemy's defense. We can then use our Luffy and his super type to get the orbs and the attack buff that we need, just to do a little bit of extra damage. And with that, we should have enough damage here to take out Lucci and Mr. Bane, man. Even without the buff from Kaido, as you can see, we just have so much damage, man, that it's ridiculous. This is why normal attacks only are in play, because without it, Kaido can just run amok. He does so much, even with a team that's not even boosted. It's crazy, man. It's actually crazy. So that was the team that can get the Sugo ticket for Nami and Usopp, if you guys don't have that first team that can have everyone on it. But we are going to move into a final team now that my boy Fox Dan Pirates put together. So let's see how that team is going to perform. And for the final team, we have a double Kaido team. So after further investigation, we found out that actually using dual units is actually going to trigger the ChopperMan missions, but using the double characters isn't. So the characters that just came out, like the Wano units, they're actually not going to work for your ChopperMan missions. But shout out to my boy Foxdan Pirates. Link to his channel is in the description below. Him and myself actually put together this particular team where we can run double Kaido and still have all the Straw Hats on the team, as there are a lot of dual unit Straw Hats. So the dual units we are using are Usopp and Chopper. We do have the Neko Mimushi support for the attack down removal. We have Luffy and Zoro again. with Halloween Ace for the bind removal. We have Nami and Sanji with Roger support because I can, and then Summertime Robin to remove the defense up, and she also has the ability to put Bardo to remove 3 turns of paralysis as well. So this team should get it done fairly well. Utilizing Kaido's double end of turn damage is going to do so much work that this team shouldn't have any issues. Unfortunately though, literally none of these units are boosted at all on the Kaido team. So we are 100% relying on Kaido's end of turn damage to literally carry us through this particular piece of content. So on the first turn, we don't even have to worry about that defense up as well. Kaido's end of turn damage is literally just going to blast our way through this. You can use the Robin special here though if you really want to, but it's really not essential. Oh my god, the turtle didn't die. Okay, so attack the turtle. How did the turtle not die? What is that? The turtle doesn't die. The turtle has the most defense out of all of them. Alright, fair enough. Fair enough. No, I'm not restarting. Alright, on the next turn we come against the CP9s and we get 5 turns of paralysis and 3 turns of special bind. We can actually remove the special bind with the new Nami and Sanji unit, as they actually have the fear removal on themselves for 5 turns, and then they can actually remove special bind. But as you guys can see here, it's not exactly needed, as Kaido literally just does so much goddamn damage that we can actually just remove it that way. So we aren't going to worry about the special bind removal. We are just going to try and do some damage to Noodlehead guy. Can't remember his name either. I can't remember most of these like CP9 units and stuff, but either way, it gets rid of it just before the paralysis goes away. So on the next stage, we come up against a bunch of Marines, and they have that annoying orb, like what's it called, orb barriers. Now we do have to try and get lucky with orbs with this particular team, as if you get unlucky with orbs, unfortunately it is going to be a dead run, but you should be fine because the RNG has been pretty nice to me, and I think you can actually, with switch abilities on Nami and Sanji, they will give themselves an orb as well. On to the next stage, we come up against Kaku and Jabra. Kaku and Jabra give us 5 turns of attack down, which is where the Neko support comes into play. I wouldn't say it's overly essential, but it definitely helps. What we want to do here is we want to take out the barrier of Jabra, as Jabra is a quick unit, and oh my god, look at me go! Oh, I'm a beast! Basically, you want to take out Jabra on that turn, but if you're a beast like myself, you can actually almost take both of them out. Look, I didn't plan to be this good. It sort of just happened that way. So now, we can actually just kill Kaku. Easy claps. Well, that was awesome. Ideally, if you need to take 3 turns on that stage, it's fine, because that way you can get rid of the attack down as well. On the next stage against Bane and Rob Lucci, the final stage, we still have 5 turns left. This team is absolutely flying through it. We are going to get blinded, but we can use the Halloween Ace support to remove that. Excellent. And unfortunately, they are going to have 3 turns of defense up. So what I'm actually going to do here is I'm actually going to pass a turn. The reason I'm going to pass a turn is because I don't like those orbs. Those orbs are annoying me. Mainly because we had block orbs on Kaido. That is the big issue. We don't want to do too much damage too, because they can blow away units and whatnot. On the second turn, they are going to despair us. Oh, we got an orb on Robin, a Dex orb on Robin. That's great. They're going to despair us and then bind our ship. If you have the limit break ability max of Robin, you can actually remove that ship removal. But utilizing the Robin special, we can not only remove the defense up, but we remove the despair and give ourselves a full board of Dex orbs, or whatever orbs she has. So ideally, you kind of want to get some luck with that particular stage there. But as you can see with what I'm about to do next, using the Kaido specials, using the switch ability of Luffy, Zoro, and then using their special to do some more damage, we can now just easy clap our way through this particular piece of content. So let's just kill Bane here. And then we're going to go like that on Lucci. Then the end of turn damage should do the rest. And boom. Bane's going to hit us with his end of turn damage, but it's not going to matter because we are God. So again, shout out to my boy Fox Pirates. I will leave a link to his channel in the description below. He's good, mate. Go show him some love. But that particular team there has every straw hat that you need, and can do it fairly comfortably. If you don't have the Summertime Robin, you can probably replace her with the free-to-play Robin, the Psy one, for the bind and just Bind and Despair removal at the end, and that way you don't need the Halloween Ace support. As for the rest of the supports, it's kind of like up in the air, but removing that defense up at the end is definitely going to help you guys out significantly. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to belt that like button. If you want to stay up to date with more OPTC content I post, hit that big red subscribe button too. But guys, most importantly, enjoy the rest of your day. As always, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Lights!